I'm taking Puppy for a walk, and it seems like all the calves are coming with me too. Oh, guys. Oh. Yeah, I know. I'm the wrong human. This black one here, he started it, or she started it. I'm not sure what sex they are. And it's just keeps following, so all the rest are now. Stampede of cows! Oh, guys. They are cute when they're little. Some of them have the most beautiful eyes.
It is 3-day market weekend and we are heading off to our first market of the weekend. So it is Friday afternoon. This is the first evening market we've ever done, and it's indoors too, which is a first for us. Trailer is fixed. James did a brilliant job and managed to get all 4 leaf springs done, and it is riding really lovely now. Wish we got it done a lot sooner, but hey, it's done and it's great. So we are off to market number 1 for the weekend.
We've made it to our first indoor market, and here is our setup. We are at Ulverston Changemakers Market. Very small market. Looks like our setup is one of the biggest. It's a very small market. Don on my new comfy wellies, and off we go to plant some more trees in our orchard. These are blueberries and 3 more fruit trees. And 3 more feijoas. They will make a hedge. The 3 fruit trees are going here, and you'll see there is 4 holes, which means I'm missing a fruit tree. They ran out of cherries. The cherries are going in the last hole, and the blueberries are going up there. Out with the old, in with the new. Slightly different on the back with a really good message. Every time I take Puppy for a walk, the cows always follow me. I don't know why. I don't know what they want, what the human would normally provide them. But they all come running over, and then I end up with the whole herd following me for the walk. Now I believe these are all girls in their first year for breeding, and they are going to be artificially inseminated all at the same time, which apparently should be happening very soon. Okay, so I just talked to the farmer's son, and he said that cows are just very curious and they will follow you when they see you. So there we go, he answered the question. So I've got to the end of our path, and oh, get a load of this dude. Look at this big bull. Look at him. And he's got all these girls looking at him. Come on, dude. You've got a lot of girl power there. So the ute is being dropped off because the clutch is slipping and it needs to be replaced. So obviously that 4,000k journey we did has taken its toll. And you'll notice the canopy's off. So we're in Deloraine. It is 20 minutes down the road for us. And we pile up everything. So this is the top of Deloraine. And we pile up everything that we need to do in Deloraine and do it all at once. So we'll do our laundry. Still haven't got a washing machine and dryer. That's coming soon now that the ute is usable. And gosh, we've got lots of things to do. So hopefully I remember to show you a little bit of Deloraine. Stop. Laundry.
think so. I never know.
Next stop, off to Services Tasmania because we need to sort out James's licence. We'll do our trailer rego and what else do we have to do? Oh, our car regos. But we need to duck into the post office first to see if I've got any mail. Now it's that we have to get the apple tart turnover. This garden has the most amount of roses I've ever seen in a front garden. Just nuts. Anyway, we're off to see about booking in for a roadworthy because you can't just change your rego from one state to another. You have to have your car roadworthy. So, next hurdle to jump. Update on the orchard. So everything seems to be growing really well. We have our hedge of feijoas doing their feijoa thing, and then we have our apricot cherry, and then we have our peach cherry peach, still waiting on the cherry, down that hole back there, and then our blueberries. The fruit trees have only been in for several weeks, but the exciting thing is, especially with this apricot, because it didn't look like it was doing too well, but look at all that new growth. So it's doing way better than I thought. And the cherry is getting all that growth. I am one happy chappy. So far, so good. Oh, and I missed the raspberry that's right down the back. Down there. So here's the raspberry. They recommended to put them near the fence, which we have, but we'll replace the fence eventually. However, the raspberries don't seem to be doing too crash hot. There are new flowers though, which I'm happy about. But I don't know if that's normal. I've never grown raspberries before. I don't know if that's what they do, is go brown before they go red. I don't know. I'm assuming they're dead. But let's see what that flower does. The exciting thing about our blueberries is the blueberries fruit. Hopefully they come up and stay fruiting, but the shock of being planted, they might drop them, or the birds might get them first. We'll see what happens. This whole bit I really want to turn into the veggie garden. We've asked the local farmers if they have a tilling machine to do this, but they go they can't do something that's so small. It's not very small. I mean, it's quite a big area, but apparently it's too small because their machinery's really big. So James has been playing with the auger and digging holes and seeing if we can turn the soil. and that's what he's done so far, but there's a lot to do. So we'll see if the digger will work, and we'll go from there. We didn't buy a tiller when we bought the tractor. We should have done, because we would have got it for half price, but when we went back just before we picked up the tractor, they said no, you didn't buy it at the same time, so therefore we had to pay full price, and no, we're not forking out full price. So hopefully we might be able to find a second-hand tiller or somebody who might be able to do this, or we just keep going with this, and it just takes a long time. But I really want to get the seeds in the ground because we've got a limited growing season here, and I'd like some veggies before it gets cold again. You might be wondering, what on earth is that thing up in the backyard? Well, let's go and check it out. Yes, it's our canopy. So it's finally off the ute, and now we can use the ute and do some stuff like get rid of all the crap the previous owner left here. Thank you, previous owner. Costs us a bomb to tip anything. Oh, the tip knows how to charge here. So it is on legs. Now normally we would have this under cover, but as you can see we've got nowhere, and until we get our surveys done we can't build. So it is staying here up back. It's on the flattest piece of ground, and James has concreted some hooks into the ground because we get wind here. We get a lot of wind, so we don't want our canopy to fall on the ground. So he's going to tie it onto these hooks, and hopefully it doesn't go anywhere at all and it stays put until we need to use it again, whenever that will be. You might have seen in the corner of one of the videos this big red mahoosive thing. This is actually our bin. We don't get bin collection. We have to take everything to the tip. And the tip is so expensive. It was not something we were thinking we would have a problem with. So buying bins here to use is expensive. I mean, just one of those green wheelie bins is $150 or something like that. It's ridiculously expensive. So James was going past a place that has plasticky things and tanks and that, and asked them how much. So this big huge thing here, $150, and you can put forks in there. So we'll fork it with our tractor onto the back of the ute, go to the tip, empty it, and then bring it back again. So hopefully we only need to do that once a month or so, because it's really expensive taking your stuff to the tip. Our last tip run was $72, and in our previous place, $13 a ute load. So yeah, bit more expensive. Finally getting around to measuring up this broken window that the vandals smashed. Can you see, hopefully in the video you can see where it's all smashed. There is a big hole here and a jagged big hole there. So we're just going to measure this up, but get a load of that, the view out the window. Pretty cool. Now eventually we will remove the bushes and tidy it all up and get a new fence and everything, but for now let's just get the window done. From this side you might be able to see the broken glass better. And it's not just a case of replacing the glass, we actually have to have the whole encasement replaced. So we're going to get it made to size in Launceston. So while we're there, well, we're considering maybe replacing some of this, but we've also got a thought of putting in French doors so it can really open up. Don't know, still thinking about it. There's a lot to think about. This is one of the bestest meals, most simple meal, but bestest meals. Finally made it to 41 degrees south. It's our regular haunt when we were visiting Tasmania, and now this is just down the road. Love it. We got some free Feijoa clippings, so now I have to pop them up. I put an ad on Facebook to ask if anybody had Feijoas they could sell me or where I could get them from, and one lady said come to my place and take a clipping. So she's 15 minutes down the road. Went down there, was only going to get about 20. We got a lot, so I need to get these potted up. So I've got some, I need to do some research on exactly what to do, but I've got some root tip, stick the bottom into that, and then I've got potting mixture. I'm going to mix it with soil from our garden as well. Don't freak out everybody, I just like to do that because it's going to be growing in this soil anyway, so I may as well get them used to it straight away. That's my theory anyway. And yeah, so I'll put you on time lapse and see how I do this. Alright, so what I am doing is I take a stick and I put my glove back on and I completely strip it down. They do better, I believe, when there's nothing on the stick, and they can actually put all their energy into growing the roots and starting again. I snip it in half so I have two halves. Really important, I noticed, to take note of which end is which. And then I get the rooting powder, well actually this is liquid. I dip the ends into the liquid. I place them down on the pot. I have to allow it to dry for 30 seconds. And then while that's drying, I start on my new one and I strip it. And then once that is stripped, I do that again. I dip it, place it on the pot it's going to go into. By that time, this one should be ready to stick in, and there's done. Simple as that, and we'll just keep going. Alright, so I have planted all the cuttings, so I cut most of them in half, dipped them in rooting mixture, stuck them straight in the ground, gave them a little dusting of mulch, and I've been experimenting. Thought I'd do some where I leave the leaves on and see what happens there. And that one there, I didn't use potting mix. Basically it was the last pot, so I thought, oh well, we'll use our soil and see what happens to that. So in total, if they are all successful, there are 94 sticks there. If we've got too many and they're all successful, I might sell some at the markets. I don't think we'll need 94. Hey, but we've got to see if it works first. First time I've ever done it like this. Yeah, so wish us luck. I'll keep you updated in a few months' time and see where we're at. Time for Maggie to have a haircut. Now we would like to get a groomer to do this, but $100, nah, we'll do it ourselves. Hey Maggie, you'll feel so much better and lighter and run around like a spastic afterwards. Oh, you are looking funny, puppy, but you're going to be so much cooler. I think we are done, and I think we have a naked dog. And there's all her floof. Hey, making more. And yes, I am keeping the floof. Maybe one day I will wash it and spin it. I'll make a jumper for Maggie with it.
Like a winter coat.
Maggie moo. Maggie moo. Hello, gorgeous. Naked doggy.
Yeah, it's been a bit tough. This one, hasn't it?
Hey, naked doggy. Yeah. Feeling a bit lighter and cooler now. Hey?